Hey now! What is
up?
up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I am once again joined by.
Teeny Talking Tina.
And this is it! This is the conclusion of not only my Batman, Chris Nolan, Dark Knight Rises, Dark Knight, whatever you want to call it, commentary, drunk movie commentaries, but this is, I guess, the end of my Batman movie commentaries. It doesn't have to be the end, though, of drunk movie commentaries. If you guys want to see more, maybe we'll do more. Maybe I'll do Marvel movies. Maybe we'll do horror movies. Maybe we'll do MCU. Who knows? But we're about to get started. We have everything queued up at 0. So we're going to get started if you guys want to watch along. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, yeah, we're going. We're going. All right. Here we go. We got the Warner Brothers logo here. Very important.
No Bugs Bunny.
No, but yeah, every time Bugs Bunny is not allowed in a Christopher Nolan movie. I'm gonna tell you. So yeah, we are drinking too. We've concocted our own Batman shots or Batman drinks, whatever you want to call it. We've sort of
calling them the Bloodline.
The Bloodline, okay, I will go with that. We sort of looked online for ingredients for a bunch of different Batman drinks, superhero drinks, and we've made our own.
DC Comics.
DC Comics, yes. Sin Copy is a studio that works a lot with Chris Nolan. And this is cool. We see the bat symbol, but this time it's broken glass or broken ice. Because every movie, you see the bat symbol in a different way. We start the movie with the eulogy of Harvey Dent. Last we saw, Harvey Dent became Two-Face, but the city does not know that he became Two-Face. So Jim Gordon is having to give a eulogy on the man
lies.
Yes, it's lies. He's having to give a eulogy on the man who tried to murder his family and himself. That's pretty dark. That's pretty heavy.
Something to do.
Because it was the right thing to do. They had to say, hey, this is Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. I know you haven't seen Game of Thrones, so that means nothing to you.
Spoiler.
Well, I didn't tell you what happens with him or anything, but him, he's on Game of Thrones. He's a piece of shit on that show. He's just a horrible, horrible human being. I hate him on that show. And
probably did his job right then.
I guess so, yeah. All right, so this is Bane. I remember, much like The Dark Knight, when they released the first 8 minutes or so in IMAX, they did the same thing for Dark Knight Rises. I remember seeing this scene and thinking, okay, cool. Some people were disappointed because they think it's not as good as the bank heist scene from The Dark Knight. I don't think they're trying to be better than that. It's just a different way to introduce your villain. And I'm sure that people didn't know... Oh, whoops, I'm dropping shit. Okay. I'm sure people didn't know that Bane was one of the people here.
I sure as heck didn't.
No. So, yeah, you see him trying to interrogate. He's making people think that he's killing them one by one. He's asking about Bane. He doesn't know that Bane is... There we go. The Bane voice. We can talk a lot about the Bane voice. Do you like the Bane voice?
I do.
This is Tom Hardy, by the way. Obviously. We're about to see his mask. There you go. It's a pretty cool looking mask. His head shaved. For you. I do like, though, this is a very different Bane from the cartoons and the comic books. Very different. And usually I resist that. Usually I'm against change. It's not that I'm just against change for the sake of change. Because the Joker is very different in The Dark Knight compared to any other version. It's really if you give me a change that I don't think is better or as good as what came before it, then I get upset because then I say to myself, well, why did we change it? Why didn't we just keep the material? If you change it and it's worse, then I get angry. But if you give me something that's different, but still interesting, still uh, fun to watch, or still compelling to watch, then maybe the change is necessary. And I think this Bane shows that maybe there was a necessary change for him. He's a lot more calculating. He's his own leader. He's not
dumb.
He's not dumb. Right. He's not just a man for hire. Compare this Bane to Batman or Robin, for God's sakes. There's no comparison. And even in the cartoons, Bane was interesting, but he was essentially a guy for hire, doing it for the money. Where this Bane is leading the League of Shadows. He's in charge. He took over from where Ra's al Ghul left off. He's a terrorist, and I found that interesting. And also, Tom Hardy. When he first was cast, some people were worried that maybe he wasn't big enough to play Bane. He's sort of I don't want to say shorter guy. He's not as tall as maybe Christian Bale or other actors, but there's something about the way Nolan shoots him in this movie where you can't tell, where he does look bigger than he really is. He does look imposing. He does look like a physical threat.
Yeah, you can't. I could never tell he's a short guy.
No, I mean, well, like when I say short guy, he's probably like my height or a little taller. You know, like he's not over 6 feet. You know, so it was a risk to cast Tom Hardy just off of that alone. Acting wise, Tom Hardy was a good call because he can pull this off. I remember, like when I mentioned about that first scene being shown in IMAX, Bane's voice was very hard to hear. It was muffled. You couldn't exactly make out what he was saying. Even in some of the trailers, people complained about not being able to understand him. So I think they went back and redubbed it, and so you can hear him a lot clearer. His voice even sounds louder than everyone else's because they really want to make sure you hear him. But I think that makes his cadence, that makes his tone, that makes the way how he says things very memorable. And this is a cool scene, like action scene.
How did they get down?
What's that?
How did they get down?
Oh, I don't know. Alright, so we now have a holiday called Harvey Dent Day.
Unbelievable.
Because Harvey Dent stood up for everybody in Gotham, and because of his heroism, there's the mayor, who, of course, he knows too. Him and the mayor, Gordon, and Batman are the only ones, and Gordon's son, I guess. They're the only ones that
family knows.
the whole. Well, that's true. Gordon's wife knows, but we don't see Gordon's wife in this movie. I think that there's a line where they say that his wife left him, or
probably because this guy was gonna kill your family.
Right. There's Bruce Wayne. And also, look at one of the waitresses. That was Anne Hathaway, who we will eventually get to know as Selena Kyle. But one other thing that's interesting about this movie, and when I say interesting, you're either on board with this or you're not. Now, Gordon has this speech where he wanted to tell the truth about Harvey. He wanted to expose him. He was getting sick of the lies. And he was going to tell the truth, but he doesn't do it now because it's not good timing. Maybe the time isn't right. But another thing is that this movie takes place 8 years after The Dark Knight. Do you realize that?
I did not know that.
There was an 8-year jump because of the Harvey Dent Act, which is something that the city created in Harvey Dent's honor. It's this law that keeps criminals locked up for a certain amount of time based off of their crimes, right? And see, there's Bruce Wayne. But so they were only able to clean up the streets because of this lie of Harvey and his image. And so because of that, it's been 8 years of peace. I mean, I'm not saying that there hasn't been any crime at all, but there hasn't been any major crimes that has warranted the presence of Batman. Now, I'm not so sure if you can trust a brand new waitress. There she is. Marion Cotillard is the actress. She's been in a bunch of movies. Inception. Now, Anne Hathaway is supposed to be leaving Bruce Wayne's food.
And she's gonna steal something.
Well, Bruce Wayne has been sort of MIA. He's been living as a hermit, kind of, in this. Like, he hasn't left since Rachel died. He's taken Rachel's death very hard. He's taken the fall of Harvey Dent very hard. And so partially, he hasn't been Batman because there hasn't needed to be a Batman. But he's also fallen into a depression, maybe. He feels like he's failed Rachel. Of course, as we last saw, it's been 8 years where he thought Rachel was going to be with him.
Fantasy.
There's a picture of his parents that Selena Kyle is going through. And we're also going to see a picture of Rachel right there. Here he is, the Beast. Okay. Ah!
She should be fired.
What?
She should be fired.
You would think, right? Yeah. Now, yeah, there's been rumors about Bruce Wayne because he hasn't been seen that he now has like long nails and he's all like scarred up, and you know, like maybe there's a reason why he's not been out. Look at that necklace. He said it reminds him of his mom's pearl necklace. But that should be in the safe, locked up, but it's open. So she stole the necklace and he instantly knew. There's a change. Oops. So, wow.
She's gonna beat up an old man.
I like how she went from playing the damsel and the innocent to instantly we see the real Selena Kyle. She just jumped out of a window. I don't know how many stories that was, but she jumped out. Okay. I do like Anne Hathaway as Selena Kyle. She's very different from Michelle Pfeiffer, but she's probably closer to the comic books than Michelle Pfeiffer is, just as far as her using her womanly ways to get by, being deceitful. You can't trust her. It's an interesting way for her to be introduced to Bruce Wayne, right? Stealing his mom's pearls.
Does he ever get them back?
Oh, you don't remember this movie, do you?
No.
You've only seen it once, right? Back.
Once or twice, I can't remember.
Okay, so I will let you find out then.
Figure that out, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at
It's
John
Robin.
Blake. Hey,
I know
spoiler!
that.
Spoiler! I guess you do remember more than you say. Well, his character.
Oh, I love him.
His what? Joseph Gordon-Levitt? You like him?
do.
Why?
He's such a great actor.
He is a good actor. I feel like I haven't seen him in stuff lately, like the last few years. Like he had this period where he was in everything, right? But yeah, the last couple years I haven't seen him. But you know, he plays John Blake, who is a cop. We will see that he has a bigger connection to Bruce Wayne and Batman later. There is some controversy, I guess, with his character, like you said, being Robin. He already knows that something's off about the whole story that Batman kills Harvey Dent, he randomly kills these people this one night and then disappears.
It doesn't add up.
It doesn't make sense from what his previous reputation was. Yeah.
What is that nasty green stuff?
It's probably to keep him healthy, right? Because he's not really going out there and doing physical stuff like he used to. So I think Alfred's trying to. I do like. So this is the first time that we're seeing the brand new rebuilt Wayne Manor. Because if you remember, in Batman Begins, Wayne Manor was burnt to the ground. In The Dark Knight, they were in a penthouse because Wayne Manor was being rebuilt. So he was staying in that like huge apartment, and his custom temporary Batcave was that like storage area, right? So now we see the traditional Batcave back. We see Wayne Manor back. That was cool. That was cool to see. And we also see that Selena Kyle
uses someone else's fingerprints.
Well, okay, so she not only stole the necklace, she also stole Bruce Wayne's fingerprints. So she was stealing fingerprints. He's trying to figure out why. Now he knows that those pearls are too nice, that she's not going to sell them. She's going to keep them for herself. But I do like the fact that Selena Kyle is the person that brings Bruce Wayne kind of out of retirement, or semi-retirement, whatever you want to call whatever he's going through. There are people who
Crisis. Crisis.
Oh yeah, his crisis. There are people who hate the fact that Bruce Wayne or Batman stopped being Batman for 8 years. There are people who, when they saw this movie, they hate it. They don't feel like it's something Bruce Wayne would do. They feel like him, quote, giving up on. I think the only reason why I don't flip out over it, or it doesn't hurt me more, is because there hasn't been a need for Batman. It's not like he's been sheltered and hiding while Gotham has been burning and while criminals have been running amok. There hasn't been a need for Batman. Which is what he wanted, right? It's just he didn't get to be with Rachel like he wanted. Now, Alfred's telling.
Depression.
Right. She's dead. Now, this is your Good Will Hunting moment of the movie. Remember in Good Will Hunting when Ben Affleck tells Matt Damon, I have this dream where I come to your house and you're not there, and I don't come looking for you because I know that it means that you have finally left this shithole town and you've gone on and made better with your life, right? Remember that? So then cut to later on in the movie, he does that. So Alfred just told Bruce Wayne that he has this dream where he goes to this restaurant in, I think Paris. And he sees Bruce, and he sees him with a woman, and they don't talk to each other. They just give each other a look where he knows that he's happy. He knows that he's made it.
He's all right.
Yes, he knows that he's going to be okay. So clearly that's going to come back later.
Does that ever freak you out? It's going to happen to your hair?
What, the gray? The gray
No,
or the balding? I mean, yeah, I guess it does, but I try not to think about it. Thanks. Huh. So this is the program that John Blake was a part of as a kid, right? He didn't have his parents. And he sees that kids are, like this kid's older brother was just found dead at the bottom of a sewer. So the problem was that when these kids get too old,
They get kicked out.
they get kicked out of this
That's what
place.
the group home is.
And so obviously the kid ended up in a bad situation and died. So yeah, Selena Kyle took this. What was he like a politician? What was he? I don't know. Somebody that she's been sort of like using for the last couple days. And there's the fingerprints that she stole. You'll find out why they needed them. Now, she was doing it because she was promised her... well, they're clearly not going to give it to her. She was promised something to where it could wipe her past clean, right? She's had a lot of trouble with the law. She wants to be able to start over. So she was told that there is some device out there that can, wipe away your past, wipe away your record. And so she's basically working to get to that. They're using her, obviously. And she said that that's her friend that's supposed to make sure she's okay. So you see that even though Selena's good at what she does, she's not completely evil. She is doing it for her own means. See, he's missing. There you go. He's a congressman. All right, there you go. You did just use a cell phone. Now, she outsmarted this guy, and now the cops are going to be going there because they... There you go. And I like this moment, too. You see her kick some ass, and you see that she's capable. But not only that, I love this moment where she kicks ass, and then as soon as the cops come in, you see how easily she can manipulate. Watch, ready? Oh no, she's the victim. I love it. I love it. She's really good.
Oh my god.
And then ready?
This woman.
Are you ready? And now she's leaving. Call me. You have to admit, she's a pretty good Selena Kyle. I like how her character is written here.
Yeah, she's a pretty good actress.
She is. She is an Oscar winner. Sniper. That actor is in the movie The Collector. It's a horror movie. Really good. I should probably show you it. It's really freaky. The sequel's a little over the top, but the first movie I really liked.
Going down the sewers.
Yeah, because that's where a bunch of their men went.
Killer Croc.
I know, right? Some people were joking about that. Like, wouldn't it be funny if they found a crocodile man in the sewer? Oh! Oh no! Whoa!
Oh no, Gordon, you're always in the shit.
He really is. Oh no. It wasn't gas. This guy, you recognize him from Stranger Things? He's Eleven's papa.
Police commissioner's down there.
I know, but I'm just saying he's an asshole in this movie. That guy.
He is.
He's the new lieutenant, right? And
So he's gonna be commissioner
if something happens to Gordon, yeah. But so not only is the character really annoying because he goes against like everything that Gordon and John Blake want to do. He's literally the contrarian to everything that they want to do. Not just that. I don't know.
Gordon's always getting caught.
The actor too. The actor is very hammy, and his performance doesn't really match the tone of this movie and everyone else in it.
Is he the bad guy?
Who, Bane?
The lieutenant?
Is he a bad? I mean, he's not working with them or anything. He's just a dick. He wasn't talking to. Yeah, he was talking to you, dipshit. And you brought him here. Look how big he looks. Like, he looks fucking huge, doesn't he? No, he just fucking, with his bare hand, snaps this guy's neck. Look at that. Then I will kill you. He just told him he's gonna kill. Bro, so Bane is going to find out the truth about the Harvey Dent bullshit act, right? And he will obviously use that later. Gordon, smart, gets himself out of here. Don't tell Bane that, guys. Come on. Okay. Follow him. What? Oh, he just shot him. They put a tracker on him, killed him, and then wherever his body washes up, Gordon should be there too. Now, John Blake is going to where that other kid was found because he figured that's... So, yeah, he just found Gordon. Probably the only reason why Gordon's going to be alive now is because he just saved him. And, okay, here we go. Oh, the investigation for Harvey Dent's murder. And now, see, he's talking to him like he already knows he's Batman. He's not even going to sugarcoat it, pretend. Giant alligators. Is that a Killer Croc reference? He needs the Batman. What? He doesn't know. See, okay, so Gordon doesn't know that Bruce Wayne's Batman. So he used to be at the orphanage.
Oh my God, he knows.
He said his mom died. It was a car accident. His dad was shot a couple of years ago, a couple of years later.
He knows.
He does, yeah. He knows that he's Batman. Watch, but he's gonna say how he knows. So, like he said, the Wayne Foundation used to fund the shelter. And he's talking about how nobody truly understands what he was going through. See, yeah, it's almost like we watched Dexter recently. It's almost like the only way is just to pretend. You have to pretend to be happy. So So, some people don't know how they feel about this either. The fact that he so easily figured out that Bruce Wayne was Batman just by the way that he could tell he was faking the whole persona thing. I'm fine with it. I mean, it's, you know, he has a similar backstory where he had to do a similar thing of faking it, so he read that on Bruce. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. He said it used to be funded. Bruce Wayne didn't even know that they stopped funding the orphanage.
Oh my god, wake up and be Batman, you dick.
Hey! Bruce Wayne just, well, I shouldn't say just, it was 8 years ago, but he lost the love of his life. Oh, it was, so the foundation was only funded as long as they made profits. They haven't been making profits in the company. Whichever one Jim Gordon's in. So his leg, you know, was he really injured? The leg injury was from the fall, right? And the Dark Knight when he falls out of the thing.
He got a part in this movie? Good for him.
Who the doctor you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean he's been in a bunch of things.
Yeah,
I just saw him in
a lot
Supergirl
of,
the other day.
Nasty parts though.
Nasty? What do you mean?
Like crude movies.
Oh, like comedy movies. Yeah, sure. But yeah, he just told Bruce Wayne that like his ribs, like almost every bone in his body has been broken before. Now, clearly, see now Bruce could have physically recovered from that leg injury a lot sooner. He just didn't care to, right? He just never took care of himself. And we're seeing him talk to Gordon with the ski mask, kind of reminiscent of the ski mask that he wore when he first went to Gordon in that office in Batman Begins, right? And he had the stapler behind him, pretending to be a gun. Now we're two. Reminds me of that. He's saying the Batman must come back.
God, this guy's gonna die.
Who, Gordon?
Just come back.
Oh, there she is with the pearls. It does look good on her. I will give her that. What? There's only $60 in there. Probably the watch that she just took. Women stealing from guys because it's so easy. And Bruce is following her. She's going to some oh, look at Bruce Wayne's first time out at a public event. Now, hey, look, he just shut all the cameras off with that device. Don't you wish that was real? I bet you celebrities wish that they really had something like that. Whenever TMZ runs up, just press the button. Miranda, that's her name. Miranda is the fake code name that Marion Cotillard is using.
She's got a mole on her forehead that I can't ignore.
Talia al Ghul. Hey.
A beauty mark.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I would call it.
It looks like a zit.
So, Talia being in this movie, it's played up in the movie as a big reveal, as a big twist. But I'll be honest, I feel like we all saw it a mile away. Or like,
I didn't.
You didn't? Okay. All right. Well, maybe I did. Maybe I saw that she was casted in this movie, and I said to myself, she's probably Talia. She looks like she would be Talia. She's European, like that. It matches perfectly. And we knew that the League of Shadows were going to be back in this movie because Bane is leading them. It made sense. Now, for anybody like you who wasn't thinking about that beforehand or did go into the movie kind of cold, maybe it is a really good reveal. Maybe it is a good twist. I like how Bruce just cut in and cock-blocked that guy. Let's be honest, he wasn't going to get anything from her anyways. And okay, do you like that we have Bruce Wayne with some gray in his hair there? You see that? That's the 8-year gap we're supposed to see. I guess he. Would you say he's supposed to be in his like mid to late 40s now?
He's just sitting over there pissed he cut in.
He is.
Like, I just took my Viagra. Like, and this son of a bitch.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the ball dancing scene from Batman Returns with Bruce
Probably
Wayne.
what they wanted. She's got cat ears on.
Does she? Where?
In her hair.
Does she?
Yeah, she does. Look at, see it right there, right there. You see it? You see it?
Oh yeah, look at that. That's. You know what they do? An interesting way of doing the cat ears when she wears the Catwoman costume. You know, she's not wearing a Catwoman mask. She wears the face mask, and then whenever she wears the goggles, when she puts them up, it just looks like cat ears. You'll see it later. It's a pretty clever way of creating the illusion of cat ears.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure that they even call her Catwoman by name in this movie, but she's clearly supposed to be Catwoman, right? But yeah, like I said, this reminds me of the ball scene from Batman Returns. Look at this guy. From Batman Returns, where Bruce Wayne and Kyle are talking to each other. Obviously, that scene though is more about it's more about the two of them finding out who each other are. Where this, you're spilling all over me.
Sorry.
Where this is more about Selina telling him what her plans are, and that she wants to basically go after all the rich people who don't deserve the money, who, you know, she's kind of like the female Robin Hood in that sense. Of course, she doesn't know. And also, what did she do? She just took his car keys. Look at it. See? She took his car.
How did she even know which car was his?
She took his ticket. So she pretended to be his wife and presented the people the ticket and took the car that they drove up.
No shame.
And I love how Alfred just basically said, "Oh, you're not gonna, you know, you're not leaving with any lady tonight. All right, better luck next time." And I do like this moment of Bruce Wayne going to see Lucius Fox, obviously to well, he wants to figure out what's going on with the organization, right? With the company, of why they're not profiting. So what's funny though is that while he's here, Lucius says to him, "Hey, it's been a while since you've been here. Let me show you some new tech that I've been working on." See, he says, "I've retired." He says, "Well, let me show you some stuff anyway." For old time's sake. Okay, we have some more tumblers here, but they're not black. So yeah, he says that division where he would make all of his toys, his wonderful toys, was shut down. But you know, Lucius Fox couldn't help himself to still create some new stuff. You know, in the last 8 years, he's still been making some shit. What do you think
How's
of?
he showing off? I want to see.
You want to see what he made? All right, you'll see. What do you think of seeing? What do you think of seeing Bruce Wayne with a cane? Is that weird for you?
It is weird.
Yeah. Reminds us of Batman Beyond that we're watching right now, right? But he's just not as old as that. Oh, the Bat. So they're purposely not showing you what it is, but it's something that he's calling the Bat. Do you not remember what the Bat is?
No.
Ah.
Does he use it?
Well, okay. Well, let's think about it. So the tumbler is supposed to be the Batmobile, right? And we saw the Bat Pod, which is basically the Bat Cycle, right? So what have we not seen him drive in these movies yet?
The Batmobile.
No, the Tumbler is supposed to be the Batmobile, right?
The flying thing.
The Batwing, yeah. So we're gonna see their version of the Batwing. Now he puts this brace on his leg, and he's sort of strong again. Look at it. Now Alfred's getting nervous because he knows that now he might be going back there to like fight, and Bruce is older. He might not be as quick as he used to be. What you got left here? Do you have the crest in there?
Yeah, I do.
All right. We see the suits. I do love this case, this glass case that he keeps
Under the water.
Yes, it's a very cool setup. I love it. Because we didn't see this in Batman Begins. And The Dark Knight, since there wasn't a real Batcave, we didn't see it. Hear that? Bane was trained by Ra's al Ghul. You'll find out why he was okay, so they said he was too extreme for Ra's al Ghul. We'll see now. I like that Alfred.
He's trying to plead with him.
He is. He doesn't want him to
Hurt
kill himself doing this. Because Alfred is very much his parental figure. And I think that that's something that the old movies, the Tim Burton movies, never really delved into. I mean, sure, in Batman and Robin, they showed flashbacks of, because Alfred was sick in that movie, that Alfred did raise him. They showed some flashbacks of it, but I think this movie, you really see the way how Alfred talks to him and pleads with him and cares about him, that there's a lot more to their relationship than just butler and maid and whatnot. Now all these guys, like that guy you can't trust. Look at how he just throws money at him. Oh, what do we got? We got a gun. We got a gun. League of Shadows. Bane. Oh. Look how fast he is. Oh. He just took out 3 people in seconds. Oh!
Oh my god, what's going on?
There's
like 5 people, and look at all those people. They're just terrified of the gun.
None of those people are fighters. Come on.
He's gonna shoot somebody.
I'm sorry. I know some people don't love this Bane. I love this Bane. I mean, sure, would I like to someday, one day, see a more traditional Bane with the Venom and he grows and gets bigger, just not as goofy as in Batman and Robin? Sure, but I think for what this movie's doing, what these movies, the tones are, I like it. I like it. And I do think that, because we don't have Heath Ledger back, because we don't have the Joker back, you do need a villain that was different, that was distinguishable. This voice is very memorable. This is also the first time you could say that in these Dark Knight movies that Batman has a physical threat, a physical match. You gotta pay attention to that guy that John Blake was just talking to.
8 minutes for what?
So they're stealing money, is what they're doing. But they're stealing money that like no one really knows about. You know, the type of info that Bane has in Gotham is very. You're gonna see how Bane knows where like secret money is and how he knows. Here we go. This is smart too. He has hostages so that you can't shoot at him, right? Whee! Come on, you guys could have shot that last guy.
Coulda.
This is a pretty cool chase though. And how long are we into this movie? Let's check. I don't want to mess up.
Don't mess up anything.
Okay.
Don't touch it.
We are 45 minutes in.
The guy's gonna fall off.
I know. That's why I say you can't shoot the tires. I mean, okay, so we are 45 minutes into this. There's a reason why I'm bringing that up.
Why?
Well, who have we not seen yet?
I don't know.
Okay, the lights are just now turning off, right? We haven't seen Batman yet. This is the first time that we're seeing Bruce Wayne in the Batman suit. 45 minutes in. And
We're
look at that.
actually gonna see him?
That younger cop just said, or that older cop just said to that younger cop, "Oh, you're in for a show," because Batman hasn't been seen in 8 years. You know, that's a line that's. There's a lot of moments that's taken directly from that one cop just shot him. You see that? So, put that thing away. There's a lot of lines in this movie, a lot of moments that are taken from Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns, and that part where the cop says, "Oh, you're in for a treat to see Batman," that's right from the comic book. Here we go. I'm gonna take down the Batman. Like, really, dude? Everything that's going on, you have a terrorist like Bane in the city, and he's worried about capturing Batman. I know that the public thinks that Batman killed Harvey Dent and did it, but it's like, dude, what the fuck? He's such an unnecessary character. And so, okay, she just saw that Batman's back too. Yeah, right. Exactly. What about the people who have kidnapped people and
are trying to kill people?
Yeah, right. He's even telling them, no, don't pursue the other guys. Stay after Batman. See? Look at this. What the fuck? Really? You're gonna ignore Bane? So he's like, what should we do? Go after some random robber or go after the guy who killed Harvey Dent? Some random robber? He's not a random robber. He's gonna try to blow up this whole city. Alright. This is Ben Mendelsohn. You've seen him in a bunch of movies. He always plays the villain. He's in Rogue One. He's in Ready Player One. He's in this movie, obviously, as the villain. He plays Roland Dagger. Do you know who Roland Dagger is?
No.
Okay, in the Batman animated series, Roland Daggett was the one who, he had the red hair, he was a mobster guy. Remember he tried to kill Leslie Tompkins when she was in Crime Alley, and he tried to blow up all the buildings in Crime Alley. because he wanted to condemn all the poor like areas and rebuild it as like casinos and these places, and Batman had to stop him.
Sounds familiar.
Okay, well that's Roland Daggett. They put that character in this movie. I just appreciated that because I know the cartoon, and yeah. So okay, Batman just saw that they downloaded everything and they got what they wanted. Of course, everyone's after him now. What the fuck? I will say though that this is something that, you know, the end of the Dark Knight, we did see cops pursuing Batman, so I'm glad they at least picked up from that where cops are after him. It's just, it makes the cops look very stupid. There you go. Tactical Batman, able to figure out a way to get the fuck out of there. Whee! He's got a lot of firepower.
I can't believe that he wanted to stay on one person after all that.
Right.
He had hostages and everything. He had hostages and he still
Right.
said negative.
This is what.
He's a bad cop. He should be fired.
This is why I hate this character. But let's be honest. With current events, I love how the wheels do that. With current events, you know, bad cops isn't really something that you've never seen before, right?
It's just driving me nuts.
Yeah, it's everywhere. Okay, so
It's really making me mad.
it should.
It's
It should. It's really annoying. Okay, so.
I hope they bite his nuts off.
Okay, so remember you wanted to see what the bat was? Whee! It's basically the tumbler, but it flies. How awesome is that shit? That's some crazy shit right there. And for the record, that's a real thing that they built that flies. I saw the making of it. Like Chris Nolan, obviously he doesn't like to do CGI. He wants to do things practical. They built a tumbler that flies. And I saw them shooting scenes of that thing flying over like the streets, and I was like, holy fuck. It's crazy. I love it. Now, do you like see how her goggles, her having them on top of her head makes it look like cat ears? I mean, it's creative, right? It's cool. I don't know if she was going for the cat motif, but it looks like it, and her costume even looks very close to the 1960s Catwoman costume. The clean slate, yeah. Whee! It doesn't exist. Everything that she's worked for doesn't even exist. It makes you wonder how bad is her record that she like needs it. Like, I mean, I know she wants to start over, and she can't really start over with the record she has. But I'm just curious, what is this Selena Kyle's record like? Hey, so it's the first time that we're seeing Batman and Catwoman in this universe interact. I do like seeing them fight like side by side here. This is very cool. I love this moment where he tells her no killing, no guns. I love it.
So she's killed before. That just leaves the assumption that she's done.
Oh, she's done some fucked up shit. Yeah. Now look at. I like her hesitation of like, what? there's Bane. She's going to get into a car with a strange person. Right? This isn't a car. I love the Batman voice. I don't care what people say about it. Look at that thing. That thing's really flying. Look at you see the propellers at the bottom of it, as opposed to seeing that that's how it goes up like that. How fucking cool is that? That's awesome.
And it's real.
It's real. Like, insane. Blows my mind. Blows my mind. Hey, well, good thing he picked, or he made it with 2 seats. So we finally get a version of the Batwing. I do like that we were able to see what Nolan would make this thing look like. It looks very cool. I like it. Ha! I know people really... Okay, so... I guess Selena doesn't know that he's Batman. Oh, that Bruce Wayne's Batman. Oh, ready? What do you think of this moment? She did it to him. So that's what that feels like.
Annoying as hell.
Some people, I've heard people complain how they don't like that he does the Batman voice when he's talking to himself. But I'm okay with it because, like, that's how he
is in character.
Yeah, like Batman.
He has to be in character.
Batman is his real personality. Like he calls himself Batman in his head. At least that's how I interpret Bruce Wayne Batman.
You got that from the animated series.
No, but it's true. That's why the animated series is the best interpretation of Batman, because it makes sense. Here we go. So now Alfred's giving him more shit about going out there as Batman again. And the police chase and everything. Fancy new toys. Look. Sometimes Alfred... Okay, here we go. So this is the tape. Alfred is showing why he doesn't think that Batman should be going after this guy. Because sometimes Alfred is written in a way where he disagrees with Bruce kind of just because. Where this, though, but this I understand why he's very...
He's hell-bent.
Yes, because he doesn't think that he can beat Bane. And this moment broke my heart in theaters. This moment, I was pretty close to tears in this moment. So Alfred's talking about how he's buried enough members of the Wayne family, the parents. He doesn't want to bury another one. So he's going to leave. He's leaving the house. See, and he was hanging on to Bruce's dream of having a life post-Batman. And then now we're bringing up Rachel. He thinks Rachel never moved on from him. And Alfred is now telling him that she wrote a letter. Oh, he's telling him, oh, this broke my heart, that she chose Harvey Dent over you. And to save you, to spare you the pain, I burnt that letter. Oh! Oh! Bruce Wayne's gonna hate him for this. Oh! We're basically seeing their relationship fall apart right here.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is it. This is the last time they speak. And Michael Caine's performance here, you know, his eyes watering and the cracking in his voice, like, this is what really gets me through this.
This is not the last time they speak.
This is the last time they speak, yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah. This is the last conversation they have. You really don't remember this, huh? See? And Alfred's gonna leave. And the doorbell's ringing and there's nobody there to answer it.
No, he doesn't leave.
Look, he's already saying Alfred. Alfred's really gone. No, he's gone. That's it. Hey, Lucius. So now, they use Bruce Wayne's fingerprints to lose his money. That's what Bane was doing at the stock market. They got the fingerprints of all those rich guys, Bruce and probably 4 or 5 other people, used their fingerprints to place a bunch of their money in the stock market, and then steal it all. So Bruce Wayne is technically broke right now. At least, I mean, you know, he has what he owns, but as far as like bank accounts, it's gone. So the reason why they did that, though, wasn't just to steal his money.
He's gonna get that back.
Well, yeah, but the reason why they did that wasn't just to steal his money. They did it to make him and Wayne Industries so desperate that they would turn to
The bad guy.
Miranda Tate to help them with this this little project that they had underground here. Which this is all, you know, she's been trying to meet with Bruce Wayne previously to try to meet about this. He's been ignoring her, so now that plan of taking his money has brought her to this. So this whole device is supposed to help, like, you know, keep Gotham afloat, give them pure energy so that they could save money off of keeping the city going. However, this device, if put in the wrong hands, can be used to turn into a nuclear bomb, which, guess what's gonna happen?
It's gonna be the bomb.
Yeah, right. Oh. I do admit that I would have liked to have seen her play Talia, like the more traditional Talia.
Of course you would.
Where Talia al Ghul is completely in love with Bruce Wayne, Batman, despite everything that he ever does against Ra's al Ghul, and she calls him beloved, and they have that.
You just picture that for every. You know what? I'm gonna leave that alone.
No, but it's true. And this movie, you don't really get into her ever being in love with Batman or Bruce Wayne. She just manipulates him.
Even though Wikipedia and everything, blah blah blah, that's his wife.
Well, right. Well, in the comic books, I think she tricked him into marrying her, and she tricked him into impregnating her, right? Like, yeah, well, that's how they have Damian Wayne, their son that he didn't know about until he was like 10.
Sounds like an Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, right. I know.
It's Robin! It's Batman and Robin!
Well, they just towed his car, so John Blake just gave Bruce Wayne a ride. Oh. Alright, so Bane is meeting with Roland Daggett.
You know what I don't understand is how come he doesn't have the venom.
Oh yeah, they didn't do that in this movie. They didn't do the venom
But that's his whole thing.
in the comic books and cartoon. Yeah. Well, that's why I said earlier that they
I know
they've changed Bane.
I know, but that's his thing.
Well, think about it. These movies are a lot more hyper-realistic version of Batman, right? So, in a realistic world, would Bane exist with the venom and with the, like, no. So Nolan said, all right, if Bane were to exist in the real world, what would he be like? The reason why he has this mask.
He would have a mask over his face.
Well, the reason why he has a mask is because he can't breathe without it. They get into.
He would have venom things in his mask.
Oh, he just killed Daggett. There you go. So he was using Daggett just for funding and money. Daggett thought that Bane was going to help him take control of Wayne Industries. Obviously, Bane never intended to do that. He was using him for his money. But also, okay, here's the scene where Bruce Wayne is telling John Blake that Batman can be anybody. He's just a symbol. He's a mask. It's, so I think this is the whole passing of the torch, passing the mantle is set up in this scene.
Then why do people call him Robin?
Well, because as we find out later, his government name is Robin. It's kind of a cheat, right? It's kind of a cheat on him being Robin. He's not Robin in the traditional sense. He's not Dick Grayson. He's not Jason Todd. He's not Tim Drake. He's not even Carey Kelly. He's not somebody that puts on the costume and persona of Robin. His real name is Robin. And so that's kind of your cheat way of saying he's Robin. Where, realistically, he's just somebody that's going to take over the Batman mantle once Bruce Wayne retires. That's really what it is. He's more of the Terry McGinnis, Batman Beyond type thing. But yeah, so that mask of Bane, it like there's gas in that part of his mouth that helps him breathe. That's really
We're gonna call it venom.
Okay, you can if you want, but it doesn't make him physically bigger or anything like that.
But it keeps him alive.
Who knows? Maybe it's air and gas that's pumping like steroids into him or something. You could argue that maybe, and maybe that's how you get away with it. That's why I said I wouldn't mind if one day we do get to a point where.
Don't like him.
You don't like the lieutenant? No, me neither.
He should tell him to go eat his own dick.
Look at Bruce Wayne's about to get locked out of his own house here.
Why is he gonna get locked out? Because they're taking it?
Well, yes. He doesn't have keys. He never needed them. He never has had to take care of himself. Right? We're about to get the... We just saw a cover of a newspaper saying, from billionaire to bum. Let's be honest, Bruce Wayne is not a bum now. He's the richest bum you've ever seen. He could still sell some of these things that's in his house and still be okay. He could downgrade to a smaller house or an apartment, and he'll be fine. He's not poor, but I guess in rich people land, he's poor. I don't know.
He must still have cash in that house.
Well, right. I'm sure he has a secret, stash of if I ever need it.
Cement CIA stuff. You gotta have that.
I'm sure he does. It's just as far as legally.
Disgusting.
Well, here's the moment where this is the first woman that hey.
Since Rachel.
I was gonna say.
Who is he gonna choose?
I was gonna say this might be the first woman that he's been intimate with since Rachel, but let's be honest. Bruce Wayne could have easily, in this 8 years, have hooked up with like random women or you know, models. Um, now, Bruce. It's funny that Bruce is a lot more taken with Talia. Yes, he did. But Bruce is a lot more taken with Talia. You know, you could argue that he's very vulnerable right now. He's very lonely. The love of his life has been taken. So, you know, is he in love with Talia or is he in love with what she represents, right? What was taken.
Rebound chick.
Maybe she is a
Just
rebound.
got bad news from Alfred.
Right. So he's about to go be Batman, though. I do love this shot of him overlooking the city. Very cool. All right, here we go. He's meeting with Catwoman.
After he just banged another woman.
Well, he's not sleeping with Catwoman.
He should be sleeping with her.
Should he? Alright, this is a cool part right here. I like seeing these two characters.
How did they even communicate? Did they exchange numbers? Do they have a secret, like, telling device?
Like a secret, like, vigilante pager or something?
Like, how did they communicate?
Ready? I like that. She's distracting them, and then Batman takes them out. See? This is a cool shot. I remember that part in the trailer where Batman's able to get to this guy in the dark. You know, as much as I like these two working together, this sucks. She just betrayed him. She just turned on him. She tricked him and locked him.
That's why he's not sleeping with her.
Yeah, because she just fed him to Bane. And this moment is pretty rough to watch, if I'm being honest. So, okay. So
oh my god.
She just found out that he's Batman. Bane already knew that he's Batman.
How did Bane know?
Well, the League of the League of Shadows knows because they trained Bruce. So obviously Ra's al Ghul and they all knew. All right, so we're seeing everything that Batman has learned is not working on Bane. He's being completely physically outmatched by him. Look at this. Look at how he's climbing down. Pure arm. Nothing but arms there.
He doesn't have stunt double, does he?
Who, Tom Hardy?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure, you know, some scenes do, but like that shot of him climbing down, and I love how they're all just watching. Look at that. One punch. Nobody's helping Bane. They all know that he doesn't need help.
Why did she just do that?
Because she said, I had to stop them from trying to kill me. They were threatening to kill her, so she offered, hey, I can get you Batman if you don't kill me, basically. So look, none of his theatrics, none of these theatrics are working. He said, you know, see, he says we're members of the League of Shadows. He said everything that he knows, Bane knows. Bane just said that he's here to fulfill Ra's al Ghul's destiny, which we all know what Ra's wanted to do. He wanted to destroy Gotham, blow it up. So Bane's here to finish that.
But Roz couldn't like handle Bane, so why was Bane trying to fulfill his destiny? I don't get it.
You'll find out. All right.
I want to know now.
Look at Batman just shut all the lights off. So he's gonna use the dark. I love this scene.
Molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man.
He says, "I didn't see the light until look at." Oh, and then he just grabbed Batman in the dark, like he knew where he was. And then he's punching this. He breaks the cowl. He cracks it.
That's gotta hurt his face.
Then I will break you.
He said, "Then I will break you." Which, that line is right from the comic books, where Bane says to Batman, "I will break you." That's a classic Bane line.
Your precious armory, gratefully accepted.
They are going to steal. They're going to steal all of the gadgets and all of these tumblers.
Ah, yes. I was wondering what would break first.
I mean, we're seeing Batman. Here we go. He breaks his back.
She just watches the whole thing. And he's not there. She's just leaving, they just let her go.
And she's caught. They can't protect her. Did they kill him?
She is sure. She saw the whole thing.
Well, she doesn't know if he's dead.
She does know. She saw the whole thing.
No, she doesn't. He's not dead. Look it. He's not dead. He just got lowered into a pit.
He took off his uniform.
You don't feel that. You're welcome. Your punishment must be most severe.
They want to break his spirit.
Another real body.
That's where the bad guy goes wrong.
Not just killing him.
Yeah.
Oh. Where the truth about this well. As we. Well, magic life is truth is the worst I've ever heard.
So they call this prison the Lazarus.
But in the...
Well, okay, so right, obviously in the cartoon, the comic books, the Lazarus Pit is that resurrection, that magical resurrection thing that can make you live forever. That's what Ra's al Ghul.
Stuff.
Right, but in this movie, since it's realistic, the Lazarus is more of a symbolic thing, right? So it's this prison that the only way that you can escape is to just climb out. If you're able to climb out, it's like you're reborn, right? So it's more of a symbolic reborn thing. The problem, though, is that climbing out is not easy. And he left him a TV so that Bruce can watch Bane destroy Gotham.
TV doesn't even work.
And fulfill Ra's al Ghul's destiny. Then you have my permission to die.
Stop ruining it for everybody.
Oh, look, you see, his back is broken.
Is he tied up?
No, his back's broken. Can't move.
She's arrested.
Yeah, she goes to Blackgate. So you're saying, yeah, these are all the criminals that the Dent Act had locked up.
Those are guys.
I know. Oh, she just broke that guy's hand. I love it. Yeah, I mean, normally a woman being locked up in that prison is not. Oh, Bane.
All I need now is one more ordinary board member. Mr. Would you and I nominate? How about you?
This board member has been. We saw him in Batman Begins. We didn't see much of the board member since in The Dark Knight, but. So now you're.
That guy who was blackmailing Bruce Wayne, was he a board member?
No, he was just a guy that worked in the financing. He was supposed to keep track of their profits and money, which is how he.
Hate him.
You're sorry? Yeah, he just bumped John Blake up to detective. If you didn't catch that. Sure.
What's he feeding him? Lemons?
I was very glad that Nolan put the Bane breaking Batman's back moment. It's very iconic. It's very, you can't have Bane in a movie without either teasing it or doing it like they did. See, there you go. That last, you might be able to climb up, but that last jump is impossible to make. There's only one person who made the jump. Look at a child who was born in this prison. And the child got out. Now, who do you think the child is?
We all think it's supposed to be Bane, right?
Well, we assume it's Bane. Because Bane said that he was there. Okay, now, you could argue that this is a very dumb move to put every cop and SWAT team that you have underground to look for Bane and his men.
What if he's not underground? He's not underground, is he?
Well, he is underground, but he's underground where the Wayne where this Wayne tech is. But you'll see why this was a very dumb move for all the cops to go down there.
Turn it on.
No. You can't turn it on
We'll run out of board.
because that means it's gonna turn into a bomb, right? Lucius. Okay, so yeah, it looks like she just did it just to save this guy's life, right? But she really did it, and this is the main reason why she became a board member, is to help progress this.
Cause she's a bitch.
She's in on it, yeah.
Go on, then. Do your work.
Do your work.
Take them up to the surface. Report their status confirmed to experience the next era of Western civilization.
Okay, yeah. So all these cops. It's a good thing that Gordon told John Blake not to go underground and to look into what Roland Daggett's area is. Okay, here we go. It's now a nuclear bomb. He just got the scientist to turn it into a nuclear bomb.
No, not. This is the only power source capable of sustaining. You move it. The gun will be king in a matter of months.
That's what he wants. 5 months, and this whole thing will blow up.
And for the sake of her children, Dr. Barrow. Indeed, I hope it does. Hey! Hey! How was you going to stop?
You recognize that? Yeah, that guy? Detective now. So they're with Bane. Oh! He's dead. That might have been the first time he's killed somebody. He did not look like he was thrilled to use a gun. So yeah, they put bombs in different areas of the ground in the city here for a reason.
Because they want to blow everybody up.
So yeah, thousands of officers are going in the sewers.
I can only see Bates when I look at him.
What, the sheriff from Bates Motel?
Yeah. I hate him. I don't like him.
Yeah, I know. He's... Now, look at this. We're seeing... this is the first time we're seeing a football game in Gotham, right?
Look at all the yellow.
That's the colors of Gotham. Yellow and black.
Oh no.
I remember seeing this.
They're gonna blow something up now, aren't they?
I remember seeing this part in the trailer, and I couldn't wait to see it in the movie because it looked horrific. It was I couldn't believe that, Nolan went for a scene like this. Yeah, Bane admiring the boy's singing voice before he. It would be cool if they were playing against Metropolis, but obviously the Dark Knight movies are not connected to Superman at all, right? Alright. We're gonna blow it up. Alright. You don't remember this part?
Look at he's got a mask on. That wasn't die. We're gonna see all the people die.
Okay, here we go.
Let the games begin.
Well, alright, here we go. So, you're going to see what the construction workers were planting explosives in. There you go. So now all the cops are trapped underground. Look at this. Oh, the whole stadium. Oh, boom, boom, boom.
Oh no, look at it.
All the football players are dead. And there goes the mayor. He's dead. Holy fuck. That's a crazy shot right there.
That had to be CGI.
Yeah, no, that was CGI.
So now there's no cops.
And this is taken from a comic book called
No.
Nightfall. Nightfall spelled with a K. In the comic book,
Look at all those bridges.
right, so now Gotham is left on their own, stranded. Nobody can leave and nobody can come in. And, you know, this also happened in the comic books. No Man's Land. You know, Nightfall is when Bane breaks Batman's back. No Man's Land is when Bane blows up the bridges and leaves Gotham stranded like this. So there's a lot of comic book stories that Nolan is taking from.
Take control. Take control of your city.
Oh no.
Boy, this is great. Every cop in the city's down enough cops.
Every cop in the city. Well, yeah, Gordon. They're gonna come after him. I need your car. They're going right for him.
Oh no. Two guys.
Oh no! You heard gunshots. Yeah, clear the corners.
This is the instrument.
Even at his old age, Gordon still knows how to clear a room. Alright, so yeah, Bane's about to make a statement here. This is the only scientist that knows how to undo the nuclear bomb that Bane just set off. They thought he was dead from that plane crash, but he wasn't.
What is this? Fully ground nuclear bomb.
It's funny, some people equate this whole nuclear bomb plot as a reference to the Batman 66 movie where Batman has to take a nuclear bomb and throw it into the water. Oh, we just killed him. So now, yeah, the only guy who could stop the bomb is dead.
The bomb is mobile, and the identity of the triggerman is a mystery. For one of you holds the detonator. Now we came here not to conquer earlier.
Oh my
But
god.
as liberators to return control of this city to the
I'm scared for
people.
these people.
Are you?
Yes. I'd be freaking out. Wouldn't you be freaking out?
Hell yeah, if this was real.
Of those people attempting to flee. This anonymous Gothamite,
Ah,
this unsung hero,
right. So
will trigger the bomb.
if anybody tries to leave, then whoever this random person that has the trigger will blow up the city.
Hold your families close. And wait.
So he's basically telling everyone that, hey,
You claim what is rightfully yours.
he's saying when this bomb goes off, we're all going to die. So basically, in the meantime,
Why does he want to die?
Bane, as he's here, he's a one mission man, right? So his whole life, it's like a terrorist. They plan on bombing themselves to carry out their mission. So he will die for this mission to accomplish his mission. Yeah, he wants to fulfill Ra's al Ghul's destinies, and he's willing to die to do it.
But why?
And you're wondering why, because he was excommunicated, right? They will get to that in a minute. Alright, so here's the part where they tell him that nobody's getting in or out. I don't think they're fucking around. Hey, look at the president. First time we're seeing the president in the Dark Knight movies.
We do not negotiate with terrorists, but we do recognize realities.
So basically, they're gonna say, Gotham, you're on your own. Good luck. There's nothing we can do.
People of Gotham, we have not abandoned.
We're on our own. We haven't abandoned you, but we abandoned you.
Oh no. Everyone's gonna die.
Well, we're gonna see in the 4 or 5 months that Batman is gone, we're gonna see what happens to Gotham.
Behind you
Oh, here we go.
stands a symbol of oppression.
The Harvey Dent Act, right?
Blackgate Prison.
Blackgate Prison was created to keep these prisoners under the Dent Act locked up.
Of this man,
But
Harvey Dent,
he's gonna expose the truth.
who has been held up to you as the shining example of justice.
Who's gonna keep moving until we get you?
You have been supplied with a false idol to stop you tearing down this corrupt city. Let me tell you the
Obviously, yeah, all these prisoners
truth.
are
From the
are,
rise of Gotham's police commissioner,
here we go.
James Gordon. The Batman didn't murder Harvey Dent. He saved my boy. Then took the blame for Harvey's appalling crimes so that I could, to my shame, build a lie around this fallen idol. I praise the madman who tried to murder my own child, but I can no longer live with my lie.
And
It is time
everything's
to
being
face the
exposed.
people of Gotham with the truth.
You have Alfred telling Bruce Wayne earlier about the letter and that truth and how much pain that's caused. Now you're seeing what this truth about Harvey Dent, what that will do. This moment is very
He was gonna resign,
Gordon was, yeah.
and he was gonna give it to that jackass.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess indirectly he would have gotten it, yeah. Now, I always wondered what this movie would have looked like if Heath Ledger was still alive, because he was supposed to come back as the Joker. I wonder if Joker would only have come back in this part here, where we're about to see all of the inmates get let out by Bane, or if Joker would have played a bigger part of this plot throughout the movie. I guess we'll never know, but it would be interesting if Joker would have come out during this scene, because we're about to see like every criminal come out here.
So does he want to be filmed? He's letting them film them?
Yeah, he's exposing the truth. He's exposing everything. Yeah, and he's telling people, you know, do whatever you want. Loot, break into houses, steal things, do whatever the fuck you want. And they're gonna break out these prisoners. And they're giving them all guns. Look at this. Can you imagine? I mean, this is scary.
How many people are gonna get robbed, killed, raped?
And worse, yeah, it's gonna be bad. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, the criminals are having their own court. They're gonna put people on trial who have, you know, wronged them, supposedly. Look at.
Oh my god.
And these are the cops who are all living underground. They're having supplies brought to them.
For an hour?
Well, no, they said that for that to become a full-fledged bomb, it's going to take months. So we're going to see months of the city kind of becoming hell before that bomb ever goes off.
Unless someone presses the detonator.
Right. Yes. So either they wait the months that it takes for it to blow up, or whoever has the detonator can do it. Now, this is something, I wonder if this is real. Somebody breaks their back, and instead of getting surgery, look at how they're talking about Bane's face and how he was pummeled, see? And his face was all destroyed, and he couldn't breathe. So they said that the mask is what is able to keep him alive. He's asking if Bane was the child that he spoke of. Now he doesn't answer the question, but this person so this guy fell in love with a woman. The woman was put into prison, and that's where the baby was born. So Bruce thinks that Bane is Ra's al Ghul's son. Oh! The child had a friend, a protector.
Which was Bane.
Yeah, that guy is really Bane, right? The child is not Bane, but Bruce, hearing the story, thinks that the child is Bane. And we, as an audience, are supposed to think that the child is Bane.
Yes, exactly right.
Ugh.
On your heart. It has to be a good guy.
Oh, look at this. Ugh. He just popped his spine back in place. Stay like this until you can stand. This is like the bootleg version of being able to heal your back, right? Oh, this is... We're going to see the return of Ra's al Ghul. Very similar to Batman Begins when he comes into the prison to see Bruce, right?
Yeah.
There are many forms of immortality. So, once again, see, remember, he said in the first movie that he had a wife. That was his love, but she was taken away from him. Yeah, so he was the mercenary who was exiled. And the whole idea of having an heir is to kind of... That's the realistic way of being immortal, right? Is to have somebody else carry on your legacy. So, yes. So he can't really go into a Lazarus pit and stay alive, right? But he can have somebody else continue his work, and that's how he lives on. So he's not really there. I do love, though, that they brought Liam Neeson back for that one scene to be Ra's al Ghul again. In a lot of ways, this movie feels almost more of a sequel to Batman Begins than it does The Dark Knight, because there's a lot of League of Shadows, connection here.
Oh my god, he's trying to stand.
You know what I love? Christian Bale is such a good actor that you really feel like he's in pain. He really feels like he's, I love it. So look, now it's snowing. So you see that it's been months, right? Yeah. And you see that people are just living in other rich people's houses, right? Like, it's just a free for all. Yeah. I mean, you want to talk about a Great Depression? Look at a family used to live there. Now it's everyone's home, and this is not what Selena wanted.
Wow.
Yeah.
How does that even happen like that?
They just pile the cars on top of each other. So, yeah, John Blake is communicating with that cop down there. You're going to have a resistance-like group trying to do things undercover. They're hunting down cops like dogs. So any cops that are out there left, they're being killed. Bruce Wayne, oh, okay, he's doing push-ups. Yeah. Because he's motivating himself to get back. So some people complain that the beginning of the movie, Bruce Wayne was retired and he wasn't Batman for 8 years, and then we get to the he comes back. We get to the middle of this movie, and he gets his back broken, and he's stuck in a pit for months. So people complain that we don't get enough Batman in this movie. However, and fine, I get that, I understand that, but I like the fact that this movie is more about Bruce Wayne overcoming, Bruce Wayne showing that he can persevere. It's one of the few movies that feels like it's about Bruce Wayne, but it's not about his parents. Oh, he misses it. Oh. It's not going to be easy to climb that damn... And, I mean, think about it. A child did it? A child born in hell. Oh, and we're seeing the Protector fighting off all these prisoners who are trying to stop the child from getting out. And the child made that jump. You see that? The child was born not a privilege, not rich.
How did Bane get out?
Well, you could assume that the child, once they got out, got Bane out of there.
But how? I've got questions.
We'll get there. You're just very impatient. That's all.
I am very impatient. I want to know everything now.
Here's our rogue group. Here's our vigilante group here.
The men dropped on the ground number
3,000 cops on the ground. Look at this.
Yes, sir.
I mean, so are they not bathing? Are they not showering?
No, how are they going to do that on the
How
ground?
bad do you think they smell?
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
Probably shit in a corner that's like piled up for days.
And like, what are they wiping with?
Nothing.
That's some hygiene that I don't want to experience.
Probably got hepatitis A going on down there. You know, feces.
Gross. I love that John Blake does this at every corner. He sort of keeps the
Batman
thought
alive.
of Batman alive. Yes, I like that. Hey, you know, somebody's got to give hope. Look at it. I like it. It's like a calling
Saw
card.
him doing it.
Yeah, just do it real quick. At every corner, you know, I like it. Are we all out of drinks?
Oh no, there's more in the fridge.
Is there? Oh.
You want to go get some?
Well, do you want a blue drink?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so here we go. We're about to see. We're going to find out. Okay. So here's your hint. If you don't know about Talia, if you're watching this and you're in the dark, you're going to wonder. See? So she's hearing their plans, right? So realistically, if you're wondering, like, how would anybody know what this special ops group is doing, it would have to be somebody in the inside, right? Telling Bane and telling everyone.
As the device's fuel cells deteriorate, it becomes increasingly unstable.
If there was any way to find out or to know that they have a mole, it would be. Oh, wait, let me get the drinks. Okay.
They're talking about how to disarm and stuff. It's really intense.
Okay, yeah, here we go. Oh, there you go. See? How'd they know? Someone sold us out. I wonder who. Who the hell else would have known about this?
That bitch.
They just took Lucius Fox.
Why didn't he save Lucius? Why did he save her?
Because he thought she was important.
How about your schedule, Captain?
Oh no, it was like the cop.
Oh no. Don't say that.
Roundabouts of judgment. And hang them.
This is pretty dark. For a PG-13 Batman movie, this is pretty dark. Right? I remember seeing this in theaters and saying, holy shit, they're not fucking around.
Hang
Look at
them?
this. Yes, look at it. He just hung all 3 bodies on the bridge for everyone to see.
He doesn't want to see anymore.
Well, he doesn't want to give any. He's sort of scaring, anybody else who's having ideas or who's, the rogue group that they have. He's basically saying this is what will happen to you. I mean, seeing 3 bodies hang from a bridge is not something that you see in a Batman movie, is it? And can you believe that parents complained that Batman Returns was too dark? Woo! Oh, here we go. We're about to do it again. Bruce Wayne's second time climbing. You hear the chant? You know what that chant? Oh, no, he missed it. No. Do you know what that chant means?
No.
You don't remember? Oh, okay. Oh, remember this? Batman Begins. Why do we fall? So that we can learn to pick ourselves back up. I love that. I love that they brought that back. This really does feel like a bookend. It feels like, you know, we're playing back into the first movie. We're bringing back a lot of themes from the first movie. No, he doesn't fear death, but he's telling him to use that, right? If he's not afraid to die, then use that fear to fail, as the child did. Without the rope, see? The child made the climb without the rope. So if you don't have that safety net of the rope, it's gonna force you to make that climb, because if you don't make the climb, you're dead, right? All right, the chanting. What does that mean? Rise. So now, let's see, no rope. So if he doesn't make it this time,
He's dead.
yeah.
But he is stupid.
Well, like you said, you know, because in the back of your head, you know that you have that rope, so you know that you're not, you know, there's no danger, right? Whereas now, this is do or die. You know, I love this score. I haven't talked about the score that Hans Zimmer uses for this movie. I love this, right? Bats. That brings the whole his fear back into it. The fact that he was afraid of bats in the first movie and how he had to use that fear to overcome and persevere.
You got this.
He's doing it again.
You got this.
He's using his fear to
You got this.
Ah! He made it. The second person ever to make the climb. Look at the other guy, couldn't believe it. He's like, holy shit, you made it. And there you go. See? He's like, holy shit.
Threw a rope down there for them to climb up.
I don't know if that's what that rope was for. I don't know. Because there's been a mistake. See, he's supposed to be with Bane, this guy. He's been helping Bane, but so he's being put on trial.
And it's the Scarecrow, right?
Who's the judge? Yeah. Like, well, see, I always wondered, was the Joker supposed to be the judge originally? Or was the Joker going to be doing other stuff? I love this. This is a great cameo, too. You know, Cillian Murphy has killed it every time. Every movie, they bring him back as the Scarecrow.
I am one of you.
Yeah, Bane's right there. Bane is fully aware that he's being tried. He doesn't give a fuck. Exile or death? What would you take?
So, I ran in a cold sweat.
I like it. Or who knows? If Heath Ledger was still alive, and if he was in this movie,
Try to swim. You're getting nervous.
if the Joker was in this movie, maybe this wouldn't be the plot. Maybe this movie would be completely different if Joker was there. I don't know. Oh, well, he's dead. So basically, death by exile. Either way, you're dead.
he was a bad guy.
Who
so
was?
It's the bad guys sentencing the bad guys.
Well, Bane, just like how Bane killed Daggett earlier, Bane is basically proving that none of these guys that, thinks that they're safe because they were working with him, nobody's safe. Bane doesn't give a fuck about any of these other people.
Come to the door. The city's under occupation.
That's true. He had his wife come to the door first. Come on, dude. See, he's scared because of what he saw with those special forces guys being hung. You have a lot of cops, or cops that are left, who are too scared to come out and be a part of it.
And he had his wife go
to the door first. What?
Pussy.
What a piece of shit, right?
I hate him even more.
What do you hate him more as? This character?
Person.
Or the Stranger Things character he plays?
Is he in Stranger Things?
I just told you he played Papa. Eleven's Papa from the science lab.
He has silver hair there.
Well, it's still him.
I don't know.
You don't recognize him? Oh. See, he locked the door. Oh, Miranda. Talia al Ghul, yeah. You guys are still trusting her? Uh-oh. What are they gonna do to this? Oh, because he was stealing an apple? They're...
Catwoman, go.
Yeah, right. Never steal anything from someone you can't outrun. Hey. He's alive. Look at... She even had a look like she was relieved to see him, to hear him alive. He's not mad at her for...
It's unbelievable.
All because she's a pretty
He should
face, right?
Spit in her face.
All because she's a pretty face. But some people wonder how the fuck did he get back into the city if all the bridges are taken out. A lot of people question that. Doesn't make sense. He just shows up in Gotham. And...
Helicopter?
Well, people hate when you say he's Batman. He found a way to get in it. People think that's too easy of an explanation. I don't need an explanation of how the fuck he got into the city. Like, what are you going to have? A 5-minute montage to show how he snuck in and how he bypassed this? And, like, he just got there. Fuck it. Who gives a fuck how Bruce Wayne got back into the city?
Now that you mention it.
Are you wondering? All right, well.
How did he get back?
I don't care. It's not that big of a deal to me.
I mean, isn't Bane watching? He said no one in or out.
Yeah, but you don't think Bruce Wayne knows a secret way to get into Gotham? Like, come on.
Oh, what's the secret way to get into a city?
Some underground
the
way.
military can't see.
To underwater. Doesn't he have...
Underwater, everything's ice.
Is it?
You just saw it.
Everything's ice? Oh. I guess I don't care enough to figure it. Now, again, how did they know where they were? Now they have Commissioner Gordon, and now he's going to be... The people of Gotham are arresting Gordon. There you go. Now he's on trial. Or exile.
You think we're going out onto that ice willingly? You have another thing coming. Yeah. Looks that way. Very well. Yeah.
By exile.
By exile.
Oh, they're going to kill Gordon. Now look at it. Bring her to me. So, yeah, she's not going to go out there, of course. Oh, they're going to try to get some of these cops out. Hey, look at Bruce Wayne. I bet you deep down she's like, how the fuck did you get out? He needs it, yeah. He needs to get Batman back in there. See, he's actually... He seems like he's really smitten with her. I like your girlfriend. Nice. Yeah, she's not quick to be called his girlfriend yet.
He should be so lucky.
Now, do you... There you go. See, this is the place in the Dark Knight where he had his second Batcave area place, right? His little storage unit there. That's where he keeps his...
Gotta have a backup.
Of course.
How did he get back?
Now you're thinking about it?
I can't, not to bring it up. I'm like thinking, how did he get back? Look at everything.
Okay, fine. You know what? Because he's Batman. That's how he got back. I don't know. I don't know how he got back. I don't know. How well are you remembering this movie now? Like, as we're really deep into it.
Not well.
Is it coming back to you, or you're just kind of like... Do you remember how it ends?
Why are they on the ice?
Because they were sentenced to death by exile. Basically, death, being sentenced to death and exile is the same fucking thing. Okay. Oh no! After all that time, that cop ended up dying anyways. Oh, there goes more cops. Oh. Damn. Again, you wonder how they knew about that, right? Oh. That was a dart. Light it up. Let me ask you a question. Do you like the way the bat suit looks in these movies? Tina.
Yeah,
Do you
sorry, I got caught up.
Do you like the way... Oh, there you go. Yeah.
How do you have time to do that?
That's like your moment from The Crow. I don't know if you remember in The Crow where he has the crow symbol. And when
I've never seen The Crow.
You've never seen The Crow? God damn it. Okay, well, I guess I have to show you that movie. But, do you like the way the Batsuit looks in these Dark Knight movies?
Yes.
You do? Okay. Me too. War. Well, we're about to see John Blake get killed here.
He can't die.
What do you mean he can't die? He's about to die.
He can't die.
Oh! Some people complain that, like, you notice all the people, like taking their turns to jump in and, like, fight him. I like how he, It is cool to see Batman back in action, though. Yeah? Wear a mask. It's for people that you care about, right?
And now first we
Here we go. he just helped all the cops. Now, if only that Asian cop just waited a little bit longer, he wouldn't have got killed.
I know, that poor guy.
Fucked up.
Why wasn't he wearing one of those things?
A vest?
Yeah.
Well,
He was down there.
they were down there for so long. I'm sure he wasn't.
He took it off.
Yeah, probably.
Idiot.
You say that? He just said thank you to him. He says he might not get a chance later to say it to him. See, so have you noticed? Alfred's gone. So that really was their last conversation.
It really was.
Yeah.
No, why you reminded me?
You didn't realize that? Oh, look it. He's giving Catwoman a bat pod. To save your stuck-up girlfriend. She's already throwing shade. Why is it that women don't like each other?
I'll open that tunnel when I'm gone.
Is there? Here's a moment where she...
Let me down. Take yourself. You don't owe these people anything. You've given them everything.
Not everything. Not
She's
yet.
saying, come with me.
She's basically saying, yeah, we can run away together. Like, you don't have to die. Because she thinks he's going to die. So, let's see when she puts it down. There goes the cat ears. But I do like her on the bat pod. It's a very cool shot right there.
Because you're a pig.
No, I'm not saying I'm enjoying... I'm not saying that. I'm just saying she looks cool driving the bat pod.
Yeah. She does.
She does, right? Thank you. Did you like the shade she was throwing at your stuck-up girlfriend there? Oh, hey, look who showed up.
Ah, look how stuck up he looks.
Why? Because he had to be front and center?
Only one police in this town.
So we're about to see the war between Bane's army and the
Look, see,
cops.
they're wearing vests.
Well,
They
yeah,
got vests on.
they are now, sure. Clearly he wasn't, though, when he climbed out of there. Well, look at all these
Look at all
cops.
those cops.
Yeah. So, yeah, she told Batman that as soon as she blows up that little tunnel there, she's leaving. Now, why Batman thinks that there's more to her than that? Is it just because she's a pretty face, or does he actually see something, like, in her that she's good?
Pretty face.
Well, because how well does he know her, right? Oh, there you go. Nice. Batman just blew up their tanks. There you go. Because they were just about to shoot all of them dead. All right, what's she gonna do? Is she leaving?
Are you gonna go? Chicky.
Oh, come on, cops, come on. Here we go. Here's our war right here.
Oh no,
This-
look at it. It's madness.
This is pretty epic. This is a finale that you've been waiting for here. It's just the whole city in chaos. You know, the police trying to take the city back. Criminals. Look at Bane just like going through people. Look at this. There's Batman. I love how they find their way towards each other. Oh. And like, because Batman's going right for him. And once Bane sees him, here we go.
So you came back to Barrio City. I came back to stop you.
The rematch. Let them fight. Okay, now, yeah,
When do we find out? Come on.
Well, I mean, that shot makes it seem like she's being held captive, but she's not, right? Alright, yeah, so they're trying to find out which truck has the bomb in it. I believe that's the one right there. And more of this movie was shot in IMAX than even Dark Knight. Dark Knight had a few action scenes shot specifically for IMAX, where this movie, I'd say about 70 to 80% of it was shot in IMAX. So it looks very big and blown up and clear. So Is he back? I like it. Reminds me of some of the kids in Dark Knight Returns, the comic book, where they're all hoping to see Batman come back too. Now, Bane is all about brute force, you know, nothing but strength here.
He is. He's just coming at him like a tank.
Yeah, exactly. And so, seeing how Batman obviously probably has been reliving that fight every day in that pit, and as far as trying to figure out how to stop him. Oh! Here's where you realize what his weakness is. You can hear the air coming out of it. See? And look how fast his punches are. Boom, boom, boom. Look at this. Oh! Now Batman's specifically punching his mask. It's really the only place that you can hit him that's going to cause any damage. Oh, here we go. All right. This is where we... Where's the trigger? Oh. Okay. Bane is defeated. And then you have my permission to die. See, Bane can't believe he's back. He didn't escape. Oh! Now here's the moment where I wasn't surprised, but if you don't know, then you realize that she's the one with the trigger. She's the child of Ra's al Ghul, Talia al Ghul.
She just stabbed him.
She did. So she proved that she never loved Bruce Wayne. This was purely to, you know, destroy him for killing her father. Talia. Bane was her protector. And there you go. You see Tom Hardy right there. It was this battle. He got his face bashed in, which is why his face was all fucked up. And so she made the climb. You can see that that's a little girl. That's actually Joey King, the actress that's been in a bunch of movies now. So she came back for him. By the time she came back, though, he had already been like mutilated, and that's Ra's al Ghul. And see, he couldn't accept him. Wow. There you go. This is a pure revenge plot. So, I assume that Bane... You asked why Bane was doing all of this as far as taking up Ra's al Ghul's destiny and fulfilling it. It was her and Talia who were doing this for Ra's. It's really her plan.
How does he get out of that now? She stabbed him.
Who, Batman?
Yeah.
Look at, they're putting a rope around his neck. Oh. Oh, she's turning the knife. Oh. Okay, yeah, so Gordon was able to stop the trigger from detonating the bomb. Yes. So yeah, the bomb is still rigged to blow up, right? But she just can't detonate it now. And yeah, here we have a moment where all these people are going to try to leave Gotham. Now, yeah, right. I remember what that guy told them to not let anybody pass through.
That's Quinn!
Oh, shit. From Dexter. Yeah, that is Quinn. That's funny. You were very excited to say that, huh?
I knew I recognized Quinn from somewhere.
Did you? Oh. Here we go. Here's another moment. Don't kill him. She tells Bane not to kill him because she wants him to see Gotham burn. Does she just friend zone Bane? Goodbye, my friend. He's in love with her. Some people are upset too that, you know, the majority of this movie, Bane seems like he's the leader. He's the mastermind. He's the guy who's leading everything. The majority of this movie, it looks like Bane is the leader, the mastermind, the guy who is leading the League of Shadows. And oh, Catwoman just shot Bane dead. Some people don't like the fact that Catwoman does that because Batman specifically says no guns. But, I mean, whatever. It's not like Batman shot Bane, so I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. It is something that Catwoman probably would do. But, you know, some people think that Bane, given the big threat that he was, you know, you wanted Batman to be the one that stopped him. Batman is the one that stopped him. Batman did outfight him, outperform him. He busted up the mask. He stopped him. So, in any event, in my eyes, he did beat Bane. That was just the last sort of nail in the coffin. And it's also good to see that Selina Kyle came back and didn't leave Bruce, didn't leave Gotham. But yeah, some people think that that Bane was reduced to the sidekick. You know, he was leader, but now he's nothing but the sidekick to Talia al Ghul. He's not... It's almost like in Batman and Robin, where he was the bodyguard, sidekick to Poison Ivy, and that upsets people. I get that. I understand that. But again, I don't have a problem with any of this. I'm fine with it. And we just saw the moment where Quinn from Dexter blew up the bridge, and so now John Blake could not get the kids out of the city. Yeah, man. I love seeing this Batwing. Or I'm sorry, the Bat. I love seeing it fly. I love it. It looks great. I love seeing, like I said earlier, Catwoman and Batman teaming together. Seeing her drive the Batpod. The two of them, like just that look that they gave each other right there. Oh, it's great. It's great. It looks great. Good stuff. Good stuff. So Catwoman shot Bane and killed him. And
that feels like a bug in the sky.
And you missed it. Quinn blew up the bridge and stopped them from going.
All those kids?
Well, so all those kids can't get out now. Do you have a problem with the fact that Catwoman shoots Bane because of the whole like Batman's rule of no guns, no killing?
But it's not her thing.
Right, right. She's clearly already
shot people.
Yes, right. It's not like Batman up and shot him and killed him, you know.
Even though he's used guns before.
He's never shot anybody though.
He's used guns before. That's what I said. I didn't say
He's
shot
used
anybody.
guns? What? I mean, as a part of his Batmobile? Because he's never killed anybody with them.
I just said he's used guns. I
And
didn't say he's
in the
killed
Dark Knight
anybody.
movies?
Why are you being all touchy about
No,
it?
but in the Dark Knight movies? Or are you talking about your boy Keaton? Because yes, your boy Keaton has killed people with guns.
He hasn't killed anybody.
Oh, right. Just that factory full of workers that he blew up in 89.
No, he didn't kill anybody.
He did. Everyone in that factory died, Tina. Alright, so we're going to get the moment where we're about to see Talia's death.
Good.
Do you like this actress that plays Talia al Ghul?
I do.
See, he's not purposely shooting at her. He's shooting in front of her. And this is what kills her, this fall. yeah, don't forget Gordon was in the back of that. And yeah, here's her death scene. Yeah, Fox showed her a lot of stuff, didn't she? So they can't reverse the bomb now. It's basically what she's saying, is that she can flood this area, because the original plan was to get the bomb, put it back into that device, and try to undo the nuclear timer on it. Now, she flooded the area, they can't do it. The bomb will go off, is what she's saying.
What are you doing? Protection from the blast. We're gonna be all right. Double time, go.
Yeah, protection from... yeah, right. He's basically saying, I know we're all about to die, but let me at least tell these kids that they're going to be okay. Isn't that terrible?
That's terrible.
It is terrible. But let these kids die, some people don't like her death, or like the scene itself. They don't like the way she acted it. I like Marion Cotillard. I like her as this character. I'm fine with it. I'm pointing out what I've heard complaints about this movie just to acknowledge. I know that Oh, there's the kiss. Catwoman and Batman.
He slept with the girl who just died,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but she had to kiss him.
I'm just saying.
It's the first time that she acknowledged having feelings or having something for Bruce. Now, I don't think these feelings started until she found out he was Bruce Wayne, right? Like, when Bane said that he was Bruce Wayne, you noticed her face change. And she noticed how different Bruce Wayne was from every other rich guy that she's come into contact with. She noticed that he was different. He was somebody that was making the changes. Oh, okay. Batman just told Gordon the same line about the difference of somebody comforting a child when he thinks that there's no hope in the world, and it's the one thing that gave him hope was when that cop, Gordon, comforted him and told him everything's going to be okay. And so Batman just told him he just told Gordon that he's yes, which is a huge moment. That doesn't happen a lot in the comics or cartoons. This is one of the rare moments where Batman tells Gordon that he's Bruce Wayne, and that goes to show what he's expecting here. Now notice, so that explosion, right? So look at Bruce Wayne. So there's a lot of theories of some people saying, is he already gone from the bat at this point, right? Because earlier they talked about the autopilot, how the autopilot wasn't working. So you're made to think that Bruce Wayne is in that and flying it away. Right? Now, you're wondering, is he driving it? Or is he looking at it? And the bomb is about to go off. Now, when I saw this in the theater, I admit I started crying because I thought they killed Batman, and I lost it. I was, the fact that this was the end of the trilogy, the fact that they promoted the fact that this is the end,
they just saw Batman die and they're all cheering.
Well, they're cheering because they see that Batman stopped the bomb from blowing up. The alternative was them all dying. So they're praising Batman for saving them. John Blake is the only one who's like, fuck, I just saw Batman die, But everybody else is like, holy shit, we're alive. It's now they're about to get hope. See, they're taking back the city. He thinks Batman's dead. Everyone else is like, we're alive. He's throwing his badge away.
No, he's not coming.
Yeah. And
he just quit the force?
Yes. And this moment, like I was, I had tears coming out of my eyes when that bomb blew up. This moment though broke me. This moment made me start to bawl in the theater. Not just the idea of Yes. Not just the idea of Jim Gordon giving a eulogy for Bruce Wayne, but there you go. You see his tombstone. It's Alfred's.
And Alfred's there.
This is Alfred's. It's Alfred's reaction. It's what makes me cry, and it's probably gonna make. And he's buried next to his parents. And the last thing that he said to him, I mean, they had a really bad conversation.
Oh God!
It's terrible. I know. I'm tearing up now just as I'm seeing this.
You are, you pansy.
Thanks. But no, seriously, like, it's Michael Caine. Michael Caine just...
He sold it good.
He sells it, man. Like, you wonder why he's my favorite Alfred? I liked him in the first two movies, but this movie, and he's not even in it. I mean, he has a few scenes, but his scenes where he is there you go. This is, the statue. In Batman's honor.
Wayne's will was not amended to reflect his more modest estate. Nonetheless, considerable assets to dispose of.
So, John Blake is about to find out that the house, they're, everything's gonna be left to Alfred.
Jesus. Alfred just made out pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. Although I'm pretty sure he would have liked to have, not had Bruce die in order to get the house, right? But look at the mansion though is going to be a new place for the orphan kids to stay at. It's now being changed to the Martha and Thomas Wayne Home for Children. Oh, and okay, here we go. His legal name. See, his real name isn't John Blake. His real name, Robin. See, so that's the cheat, right? He's not Dick Grayson. He's not Tim Drake. He's not Jason Todd. His government name is Robin, and so they did that because if you're in the theater and if you have the moment where she says you should use your real name, Dick Grayson, you're gonna have probably a lot of people react to it. But because she says Robin, I remember the
Why don't they do that, Dick Grayson?
I agree with you, but plus though you'd be changing Dick Grayson's whole backstory about the whole circus thing.
True.
So you don't want to piss those people off, right? So the way how you cheat is to just say he's Robin, because the theater does clap when they hear Robin. It doesn't have to make sense that Robin's not his real name. The point is that he represents Robin, right? He represents a Robin. He's like a combination of every Robin that's ever existed, and boom, there you go. So he's gonna find the Batcave. He's going to essentially pick up the mantle and continue where Bruce left off. This is like Alfred's dream, by the way, of him in France. They're gonna have a very similar moment of the bats. Yes, this is just like Batman Begins, where Bruce is surrounded by the bats. The bat symbol is back. Last we saw it, it was destroyed, remember? Some people say that they would like to see a movie where he is, whether he becomes Nightwing, whether he becomes Batman, I don't know. Well, there you go. There he is, and he's with Selena Kyle. Bruce Wayne is alive and well, folks. That moment got a big clap and cheer moment. Especially for me, because I was fucking bawling and distraught, and I was in tears thinking that they killed Batman, and I breathed a huge sigh of relief when I saw him there, right there alive. But there you go, The Dark Knight Rises. There's your end of the trilogy. There's your conclusion.
Why didn't they speak?
Well, because Alfred says to him.
He was dead, for Christ's sake.
Alfred says to him.
No, I don't like
Alfred says to him earlier, we don't share a word. We don't speak to each other. We just give each other a nod. An acknowledgement that, hey, you're going to be okay. And so Bruce Wayne basically reenacted the Dream 4, right? Bruce Wayne only did it like that because that's...
Was he following him? How did he know he was going to be there?
Well, right. It does make you think, like, wait, did Bruce Wayne go to this restaurant every day? Every day? Like, hoping that Alfred would eventually show up there? But still, no, it's a great moment. It's a great ending. Some people are going to say, oh, it's not as good as The Dark Knight, so it sucks. Or some people, don't care for this movie. Or they think...
you?
No. I love this movie. It's hard to say, right? Like, is it the weakest out of the three movies? It's hard because, Dark Knight is my number one. This movie is very epic. There's a lot of big finale feels to this. Batman Begins is a great origin story, and I think a lot of that movie shines because it is the origin, and it is handled as great as it is. Batman Begins and Dark Knight Rises are pretty close as far as what's number two. They go hand in hand. Whenever I watch that movie, whatever movie it is, if I watch Batman Begins, then right then and there, I'll say it's my second favorite. If I watch this movie like I did just right now, I'll say it's my second favorite because that's how good it is, and that's how I feel after watching it. So, Matthew Modine, that's the actor who plays the annoying lieutenant we're talking about. I was trying to remember his name and I couldn't think of it. How do you feel about The Dark Knight Rises? Now that you've rewatched it and you didn't remember it, right? So, did you like it?
I liked it.
You like it?
I didn't like how there was no Venom.
Oh, you
I
didn't like
didn't like
how
he
Bane didn't have Venom, right?
how he slept with Talia.
You didn't like how Batman slept with Talia?
Yeah,
Well, hey, at least she died before she gave birth to Damian Wayne, right? They didn't go on with all that. Did you like...
I didn't like how Alfred left.
I told you that was their last conversation.
I didn't believe you.
But wasn't it sad, though?
Yes.
And then the scene where Alfred says, I failed you. Oh, it gets me every time. It does. It gets me every time. But it, it's great, man. It's great acting. It's an eerie image too to see Bruce Wayne's tombstone next to his own parents. If they had ended this movie with Bruce Wayne dying, I don't know if I would be saying such great things about the movie like I would. Like, I still would appreciate it and like it, but I would hate the ending. Luckily, though, I don't have to.
How did he get out of it? Like, what happened?
Well, okay, so there's a part right before the credits where Lucius Fox, he has somebody examining one of the bat prototypes. So obviously the bat that we saw fly off gets destroyed, but there's other ones that were at the shop. So he finds out that somebody fixed the autopilot. And Lucius Fox sort of makes a face to himself and like a smirk, like, oh, Bruce fixed the autopilot. So it was on autopilot as it was flying out. So that time where you see it blow up from the building, like, there's, the building has that explosion, and then the bat comes flying out of it. I think, my theory is that in that explosion, that's where he gets out, and that's where it's on autopilot. And like when they show Batman looking, I think he's watching it fly off. So I think he's already out of it. That's my theory. Of course, I've had to watch this movie a few times to sort of think about, like, okay, when could he have gotten out? Probably that's the moment. I could be wrong, whatever. Some people have a theory that
it's just a movie and we have to accept it.
Well, some people think that Bruce Wayne really did die, and that end scene is Alfred just imagining Bruce there, but he's not really there.
Oh, that's sad.
It is sad, but I don't believe that, though.
Because you don't want to.
Well, not only that, but because the whole autopilot moment. Why would they have the moment where Lucius Fox finds out that the autopilot was fixed? Why would that be there unless to say it was, right? I think that's just people trying to think that Chris Nolan is having his Inception twist of a twist ending, and like it isn't a mind fuck. Yeah, if Bruce really was dead and you have Alfred imagining him there, then yeah, that's sad as fuck. And
that is so sad.
And I would hate it. But I think that plus, like, Selena Kyle's there with him. I don't think Alfred's gonna.
How does he know about Selena?
Right. Alfred
he
wouldn't know about Selena. So that's also your clue that no, he's really there with Selena. The two of them really did run away together, and she got her clean slate that she wanted.
What about her friend?
Well, that girl was enjoying the whole chaos thing a little too much, so fuck her. She's probably locked back up, and you know what I mean. But yeah, I love the performances. I think Christian Bale still delivers, still proves that he's the best Batman of all time. I think I think Michael Caine. Yeah, Keaton, he exists, sure. I think Michael Caine is great. I love the cameo from Cillian Murphy. I love Tom Hardy as Bane. I like Marion Cotillard. I like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Gary Oldman, Morgan.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, he's alright. No, but
I did enjoy his performance.
I liked him. Yes, he's very good in the movie. Gary Oldman, Morgan Freeman, and yeah, I mean, this movie, once again, I think it delivered. I think this is one of the greatest trilogies of all time, my opinion. Let me know in the comments below if you agree that this is one of the best trilogies of all time, or were you disappointed by it? Let me know in the comments. Why did you not like it, or why did you love it? Either way, I'm open and eager to hear your thoughts. Either way.
What do you want to see next?
Yeah, right. If you want to see more drunk movie commentaries, which movie do you want to see next? I have some ideas. I have some plans. but I'm still curious what you think. Thanks for watching. Like, comment,
comment,
subscribe. Later.